If anybody has to learn more or maybe start, which sources or books you would recommend?
I'm a huge fan of I subscribe to a lot of things. I always read the Google technology blog, the Amazon technology blog, eBay, like all of the big ones. I often read them. I mean, it's like I'm basically, for me, it's my bread and butter. It's what I do. I live and breathe. Basically, I don't expect everyone to do that, but there's certainly books I could recommend. Here's one. Gives you a great idea. This is a classic. This is by Stuart J. Russell and Peter Norvig. It's called Artificial Intelligence: A Modern Approach. I would highly recommend this one. That's gives you a good overview of what AI is in general, not just the machine learning part, right? So all of the machine learning books that are out there, there are a lot of good ones. I would definitely, read that and work through examples, and also build, the main thing, really, the absolute main thing is to actually build such systems yourself. And there are lots of, Google has these code labs, and this is what I do. I work through code labs, for example, that I see that interest me. For example, with respect to reinforcement learning, I work through a bunch of code labs and really familiarize myself with how it is done in practice, how these systems are really built, right? So I would recommend that for sure. That's top recommendation. And then in terms of ethics, there's this ethic component that I think is extremely important. There's another book that I could recommend here. It's called The Idea of Justice by Amartya Sen. And it's interesting because the ethical part of AI isn't all that different from the ethical considerations that you have to have when it comes to governing a normal, the traditional system, social choice, basically. Like the problems that show up in democratic systems, why certain things don't work as they should, or for example, this problem called the Arrow's impossibility theorem. It's a famous theorem in economics and welfare economics, I think, and that basically shows that it is not possible to have four axioms that you feel like they have to be part of this system, right? But they can't all simultaneously hold. And this is a tragic thing. But these things are important to be aware of in terms of ethics. And I think that, AI has a few extra considerations when it comes to ethics. I mean, the bias and the privacy concern. I do think that the unexplainability issue is actually a little bit overblown in the sense that I don't think you can explain human behavior either. And so this is, the only alternative that we have over an AI decision maker is a human decision maker. And you cannot explain how the human decision maker works. So I wouldn't disqualify the AI based on its unexplainability, because the alternative is equally unexplainable. But definitely the biases and the privacy concerns. There's a movie called Coded Biases I would watch. That's really interesting, and it shows how things can go badly wrong. So I definitely would be concerned about the ethical aspect a lot, and there are great books about this as well. And there are constantly new books about it. And the thing is that we are really working on it. It's a work in progress to really figure out how to build systems that are on balance. Prefer that they are systems that we really would want to have, right? That benefit humans, human freedoms.
Okay. So, Johannes, thanks a lot. Truly appreciate all of your time and energy. And we are very much looking to having you back